Lima. It was 270 at 8, and taking off at, it was, what was it? It was 2988.
Yeah, you're close enough right there. We're within 75 feet.
Altimeter 2988.
Okay.
Flight 5 on initial contact, you have information, Lima. Wind at Tower Information, Lima, time 1245 Zulu, wind 270 at 8.
Alright, clear to the left, clear to the right.
Scattered at 2,700. Temperature 1.
You're on ground.
On ground?
You're on ground.
Alright. Wind at ground, Diamond 204, Mike Kilo holding short on Delta for 25.
12 Mike Kilo, hold short, landing traffic.
Landing traffic, 204 Mike Kilo.
Alright, so see how the winds are coming at our tail here?
Yep.
Okay, so we dive away from the wind, alright? So if they were coming this way, we dive this way. Now if it's just coming straight, if it's coming from the front,
right,
it's just you push over to whatever side the wind's coming at.
Got it.
Diamond 4 Mike, taxi across 25 Delta, turn left Whiskey Tower when ready.
Turn left Whiskey, Mike 240 Mike Kilo, thank you. Clear left. Alright. So the wind is behind us. Dive into the wind.
Dive away from the wind.
Away from the wind.
You had it.
Okay.
Yeah, right. You just said it wrong.
Said it wrong, okay. Got your pants under my...
I'm sorry.
That's alright. Over there. Almost a straight crosswind. Straight headwind. No, it's cross.
We're going to head up to Gainesville. We got 4 runways up there, so that'll give us some options.
Alright. Do the run up. Alright, I'm not going to worry about the parking brake. We're going to make sure the canopy's closed. No warning lights on. Flight controls are free. Clear. Fuel shut-off valve is off. Fuel quantity we said was a half. Where's my fuel? There's fuel quantity. Fuel pressure is above the red. Fuel prime is off, fuel pump is on. Where's my fuel pump? There it is. It is on. Throttle to 1700, mixture full rich. Check oil pressure, oil temperature. 100. Fuel pressure, fuel temp is good. Alternator load, where's my alternator? There it is, it's not drawing any amps. Vacuum gauge, where's my vacuum gauge? Where's my vacuum gauge? Over here, there it is, in the green. Throttle to idle, all the way back. Make sure it doesn't falter. 1,000. Alright. Circuit breakers are all good. Flight instruments. Level blue side up. No flags. My heading indicator. Speed change. Oh, it's way off. There we go. Zero on the airspeed, which is good. My turn coordinator is not working, but it is flat side, no flags up. No deflection on my ball. My vertical speed indicator is showing 0. No more than 75 feet on my altimeter. We're good to go on that. Radios. I'm going to go to...
Station 9, Charlie Sierra, West Parker.
Go to...
aircraft specialist.
Power.
9, Charlie Sierra, Roger.
Transponder.
Aircraft specialist, monitor grounding.
I should be on altitude.
Left whenever and monitor ground, 9 Charlie Sierra.
On altitude. Landing light. On. 1 notch of flaps for takeoff. Takeoff briefing. We're going to take off on runway 25. 25 is in front of us. And good to go. All right. All right. I'm out here. Going to the north, right? VFR to north?
Yeah, they already know that.
Okay. Gwinnett Tower, Diamond 204, Mike Kilo, holding short at 25, ready for departure.
Diamond 204, Mike Kilo, Gwinnett Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff, turn right northbound.
Clear for takeoff, 25, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna have to go against the wind. Okay, got a cluster wind, so I'm gonna dive into it some, to the floor. Come on now. He's alive.
Go ahead and get your nose pointed into the wind.
Alright.
That'll stabilize you.
Well, that thing lifted up quick.
Get off the ground a lot faster than the wind.
Yep. Alright, we're at 300. Flat plug.
If you use your feet a little bit, I'll help you stabilize yourself.
Okay.
So if I feel the thing going that way, I'll push a little bit on my right rudder.
Okay. All right, 700. I can turn to the north.
Go ahead and level out about right here. Go ahead and pull your power back.
Definitely bumpy.
Yep. Just head towards the lake over there. I'll probably do a few things over the lake before we see the controls for just a minute. All right. See what I'm doing with my feet? See how I'm using my hands? See how much more stable we are?
Yep.
But you're doing more of this.
All right, so just a little bit.
Just kind of same as driving. Small corrections, okay?
All right.
See that hole over there?
That hole?
Yeah. Let's get up above that hole.
All right.
Go full power for me.
Big difference up here.
Yep. We're going to just focus on doing some maneuvers today.
Okay.
It's too bumpy down there, really, to do.
Got 194 Mike off, yep, turn.
You'll get your chance to come back into Lawrenceville, though.
I can't wait.
Ready, 194 Mike off, and then turn left heading 180, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Left turn 180 for takeoff 19.
They're climbing up to about 4,800.
Okay.
You're off a little bit to the right. Wondered what a sandwich feels like. This is it.
This is it, right?
Gwinnett Tower, 7 Lima Foxtrot. And 727 Lima Foxtrot, turn runway 25, clear to land, 1280 at 10 gust 19. Clear to land, 25, 7 Lima Foxtrot. Mike off, contact the line departure, have a good day. To departure for Mike off.
Give me a heading to the north now. All right. Give me a heading of 320.
320?
Have to stay clear of Gainesville.
Unbelievable up here.
Yep. You could be at 20,000 feet or you could be at 2,000 feet when it's like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of veer a little bit off from this. Yeah.
It's kind of chilly.
Shut your window.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Tell you what, go ahead and climb up. Keep climbing up a little bit for me. We're just a little bit closer than I want to be to these.
Okay.
Just to give yourself 1,000 feet.
Yeah, 1,000 above.
heading at 320 again.
20. Still climbing?
Yeah. Stop at 58.
Okay.
Check. That's a little better. We're going to do some steep turns.
Okay.
Alright? Yep. Now there's two ways I teach steep turns. One is using a visual reference, and one is just using your instruments, or a combination of the two. So we'll get on that north heading for me for a minute. Alright? A little hard to do visual references on a day like this if you're above the clouds. You got a big old pokey cloud somewhere.
That one right there.
Oh, that little one?
Yeah, the one that's right above it.
Alright.
727 Lima Fox, flat tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff, make left, close traffic.
Clear for takeoff, left close traffic, 25,
Go ahead and give me a clearing turn to the west.
Alright. Clear west.
Just hold this heading.
Alright.
I'm trying to avoid Gainesville's airport.
Okay.
Get your 5800 back.
Alright.
So just a reminder, because it's been a while since you've done one. There's our 30 degrees, there's our 60 degrees, so halfway, alright? As long as you keep this dot above the brown, you can't be descending, okay?
Right.
When you turn, I always add a couple hundred RPM and go ahead and start pulling back. The biggest mistake people make is they don't pull back, they start losing altitude. It's easy to keep, it's hard to get it back.
Right.
Okay? Now, since we're using this west heading, when we come around and do a 100 or 360 degrees, about 10 to 15 degrees before you get the heading, if you'll level off, it'll settle in right there at it.
Okay.
So, your choice, we can do one to the right first or one to the left first.
I'll do one to the right since it seems a little bit harder to me. Alright. Here we go.
Nose up a little bit. If you look out and you notice your nose is up just a tad, a little bit steep on that angle. Pull back just a little bit more for me. There you go. Just hold what you got. It's looking good, man. start climbing, just relax a little bit on the pressure, and that's all there is. There it is. There's our west. Take your power out. So you don't climb.
Climb. And it comes on quick.
Well, for your check ride, you'll probably just go from one to the other.
Okay.
But you always got to remember to take that power out, or it's going to do exactly what you would think it would do. Climb.
Yeah. 0820.
Yeah, we'll use that 59. Okay. Why don't you do one to the left for me?
All right.
Get your nose up a little bit for me. Go ahead and get your nose up. Get your nose up. You're in the brown. That looked pretty good. Take the power out. Do that. Normally what I'll do is I'll just yank that thing down to about 15 because there's going to be that sudden one to go up, so I'm just taking it out. Alright, that looked pretty good. Why don't you try one to the right and then go immediately back into the left.
Okay.
Up just a little bit for me.
Too early. Too early.
Go ahead and give me a clear turn to the left. That looked pretty good. You were a little bit early on the taking it out. Yeah. Okay, I want you to put your nose. You see where that cloud has a tip right there?
Yeah.
Put your nose on that. So one to the left, all right?
All right.
We're going to come back to that cloud.
All right.
So this is all outside. I don't want you inside at all.
All right.
Pull your nose up just a little bit for me. There you go. A little bit more.
Remain my frequency.
All right, we'll take it back. Should be a little bit more. Right about there. There's our point. Not sure what you started at, to be honest with you.
I started at 62. No, just talking.
Look pretty good. All right, we're at 62 right now. All right, go ahead, put your power. Let's try one to the right.
All right, let me, what were we at?
2.
All right, here we go.
Goes up just a little bit too much.
Okay.
You got power? Yep. A little bit steep on your back. Should be about a 45 degree. There you go.
Get it up. That it?
That's it. So, we gained about 100 feet on that.
Okay.
As we have initially, I think that's all initially climbed and then you stabilized it. I mean, there you can do, you did it two different ways.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see, the winds were coming from
270, so they're coming from...
why don't you get your nose into the wind for me?
Okay, 0 gets 1 8.
Make sure your compass is right.
Yeah. Okay, to the east. Okay, if it's the same, then I should be turning towards 270.
Do some slow flight. Alright. So I want you to pull your power back to 15 for me.
Alright.
Of course, mixture is always rich on all these maneuvers. And I want you to maintain your altitude, so we'll use that 66. When you get to, you're in the white arc, go ahead and put your flaps in. All of them. Yep. When you get to 50, I want you to, 50 knots, I want you to add about 200 RPM for me. There you go. That'll help us maintain our altitude so we don't drop. The stall horn usually goes off around 45. Don't seem to be working well today, so we'll keep it around 45, 50. All right. So with slow flight, everything is slow. Alright, so I want you to turn to 260 very slowly. Give me 10 degrees to the left. Row. See how this maneuver is not hard if you never lose your altitude. If you start losing it, so look, I watch my downward trend there. You see how it's a little bit downward? So give it a little bit more power. See how we're slowly creeping down? Yeah. You only get 100 feet on this.
Okay.
But don't ever you always look and see what's going on. Make sure you never get below 40, okay? Because then you start getting into your stall areas. Climb back up to that 6600. Maybe lower your angle of attention just a little bit there.
Clear of attention, and we'll be doing a full stop taxi back.
Back on 270 for me.
Okay. I was at 260 though. I'll be on 270, okay.
Yeah, I'm having you move back to 270.
Okay.
Now I want you to drop down to 6500 for me, okay?
Alright.
And pull your power back to about 17. I want you to give me, we'll get past this cloud. So with the power off stall, he could just say do a power off stall, or he could say do it from slow flight. Most of the time they'll have you do it from slow flight because you're already in the configuration. You got your flaps in and you're slow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what speed do we land this aircraft at?
We landed at 60.
60. So what a power off stall or an approach to landing stall, you may hear it called that sometimes, is simulating stalling on landing. So what we're going to do is we're going to pitch over. We'll put our power back to 15. We'll pitch over for 60. Once we get to 60, we're going to pull our power out, and then we'll pull our nose. And normally if you'll pull your nose up to somewhere between this 10 and 15 degrees, the plane will stall. As soon as it starts to brake, the power level off. Okay?
Got it. All right, so I'm going to pull back to 15. I'll lower my nose some. Looking for 60. And on my heading.
A lot of times if you can just pick something out in front of you, that'll kind of keep you coordinated.
All right.
Go ahead and push your nose over a little bit. There you go. There's your 60. Pull the power out. There it is. So you may have had your nose up just a little bit too much because we kind of really dipped.
Okay.
If you'll keep it somewhere between that 10 and 15, you won't have such a drastic stall. But that was perfectly okay.
Okay.
So I want you to recover the plane.
All right.
Got the flaps. Airspeed. Once your airspeed's up, go ahead. Yep, leave your airspeed in and then you recover by putting your flaps up. 1. This time we're going to do a power off stall, just do a power off stall. So show me a power off stall.
With no flaps? Well, we're doing flaps. That's why we
Yeah, but I'm not doing it straight from slow flight. He could just say, show me a power off stall directly from cruise.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start at 500. I'm going to pull it back up.
We're about to go into Gwinnett's airspace.
Wouldn't be good.
We're above it. We're fine, but I don't want to be flying over it either.
Okay. All right. I'm going to power down to 15.
And 7 level 5, thanks back to runway 25, remain my frequency.
All right, standing your frequency, back to 25, 57.5. And my altitude?
Hey, don't worry about altitude.
Not on my...
Not on power off stalls.
Okay.
You're just looking for that 60. In this case, you'll have to hold your nose up just a little bit to get there. Once you're in the white arc, you can put all those flaps in, just throw them in. Alright, flaps are in, you're at 60. Power out. There it is. As soon as that news starts to go over it all, just go ahead and recover, okay?
Okay, 1 more lap here.
Flaps up.
Then we're going to bug out back to
Let's get a little bit further from airspace and then we'll practice some power on stalls.
Flat line. 727.5.
So with the power on stall, you're simulating stalling on takeoff. What airspeed do we rotate at? 45. This plane is not the best power on stall plane. Okay? It happens is a lot of times it just kind of hangs there and it kind of just starts getting unstable. Once we start to get in some instability, the wings start to kind of want to wobble over, and we'll just push it over. It doesn't clean brake as well as like a Cessna or something of that nature.
506 Charlie, we'll join the yacht level 506 Charlie, 1 at tower, roger, continue inbound, they approach. 506 Charlie.
Go ahead and give me a clearing turn back to the west. The PTS doesn't say how the clearing turns have to be done, just that they have to be cleared. Normally I'll do a 90 degree one way and 90 degree back the other way, but this will be fine. We'll just use this to clear area. Alright. And a lot of times when I do these stalls, I like to do them into the wind. That gives you the most advantage with your airspeeds. Right. You don't get that instability of being sideways into the wind. Alright. Alright, so what we want to do is power to 15. Mixture's rich. This is in the cruise configuration, so flaps are already up. Alright, so power to 15. And I normally hold my nose up at 15. Once you get to that 45 on your power, I want you to go full power, okay? Alright. Hold your nose up a little bit more for me, or we won't ever bleed our airspeed off.
You know when they're supposed to open up that section of 316 under the bridges? Yeah, still moving. No, I'm not quite sure when they're going to get that completed. Yeah, the project that goes on forever. Probably another 2-3 years, knowing that. Be nice when it's done. It will be nice.
There's that 45, full power for me. And coordinated, keeping that nose up. There it is. All it is to it, okay? That's not very dramatic. Alright, give me a clearing turn back to the north. Alright.
Can you keep it in close here in South Saratoga traffic out there on a 4.5 mile final, runway 25, clear for the option number 1.
This one works well if you do it for one quickly. Okay. So I want to demonstrate one to you real quick, and then I'm going to let you do it, okay? Okay. I'm going to pull my power to 15.
All the left.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my nose up.
Number 2, traffic ahead will be a low approach.
And coordinated.
Number 2, 506 John.
There's that 4550. Hold my nose up, full power. To break for me either. Basically, if it doesn't break within a few seconds, just go ahead and just kind of let it go over. Okay. The problem with this plane is it's too stable. I guess if you got to have a problem, that's a good problem.
That's a great problem to have.
Your controls, I'm going to let you go back to the west. Okay. But just kind of get it up there and do it. Right. Otherwise, this thing, what'll happen is it just kind of hangs and it just wants to kind of flutter backwards.
Right, okay. Anyway, we'll be out of his way.
All right. I think it thinks it's a helicopter.
All right, we're going to 15.
We're just going to go around.
Pulling up.
Head back over to the gate, so we're not out of time. Okay, who's talking to me there? Sorry, 727 Lima 5.
All right, full power. Coordinated.
There it is. If you feel any wing depth, just go ahead and recover. Okay. Now, technically, you don't have to go full power. You only have to go about 65-75%. But it's easier to just go full power and then just push over as soon as it gets wobbly. Now, some planes are real unstable. I won't go full power on them. Like the Pipers, they seem to be a little bit more. Now, when they wing dip, they wing dip. Okay. That looked good. Let's see, where are we at? Give me heading back to the north real quick.
All right.
And 779 Foster, right turn out, Gainesville approved. You have a good day.
Alright, we're turning out to the right. Thanks so much. 727 Lima 5.
Wind 2908, gust 16.
Must have been 19 that was gusting a minute ago.
Yeah, I know.
I got a guy that's coming in I'm a little concerned about. I don't want him to get too nervous. He can handle it. He just needs to keep his head about it.
Is he soloing or is he check riding or what?
He's doing a cross country.
Oh boy, okay.
Trying to find us a decent hole out here somewhere.
Get through.
We'll do an emergency descent through it.
506 Charlie, what's your parking?
Run to the south end here. To the north end of the field, sir.
506
Yeah, I'm
Charlie.
thinking over there.
So you're at Monitor Grounding, have a good day.
Good day. What I want you to do is emergency descent. Now, normally on an emergency descent, you don't want to do more than 30 degrees of bank. Okay? Alright. And you can do spiral downward or you could just shoot through, whatever it takes, okay?
Alright. In the Cessna, what we did was just powered out, and I did about 1,300 feet per minute.
Okay. That's fine. What I normally do is power out. I just make sure you just stay in the green arc, which is about the same effect as 1,300.
Okay.
Especially when it's bumpy like this. So power out.
Foxtrot with you, Roger. Report 3 mile final, runway 25.
5 Foxtrot Whiskey, report 3 mile final, runway 25.
I see that where people have put the flaps in, but the problem with putting the flaps in is that slows you down. And to me, if you're doing an emergency descent, you're trying to get down as quick as possible. Right. Keep it about 110. We want a little bit of a buffer there. We don't want to, especially as bumpy as this today. Get over past this cloud hanging left. Okay. Whoops. I have to edit that.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun, man. Holy smokes.
Watch her. Keep it coming around. Head out towards the light for me.
Look at their 82 considerate for Western California.
EG2 takes for Yankee, but take off, turn a little left on course, cross runway 25.
We'll easy to see which way the wind's coming from the lake. The white caps out there.
Yeah. Where's I can't tell though. I can't tell. It's coming this
Yeah, it's coming right at us.
Yeah.
down to 2,000 for me.
Okay.
And normally about 50 feet before I get to my altitude, I'll level off and put my pilot back in.
Okay. We are on the localizer. We're going to start descending. We'll think we're just up on the localizer all the way down to Bravo Shore.
You should be out there on a boat, kind of a fast boat, in this kind of stuff. Those nightcaps are crazy.
Seasick on the lake, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's no fun fishing in the wind.
So, all right. Do it all the time, man.
Do a lot of tournaments.
Yeah, I got one Sunday.
What kind of boat you got?
I don't. I'm boatless right now. I fish with someone.
I see better.
Yeah, you don't have to. I don't have the cost of it.
That's right.
But I wouldn't be doing this if I had a boat.
I've got a friend that's got a ski boat that we can take out. I haven't skied much lately, but he used to ski all the time. We're going to do some turns around the point. Alright. So you pick one of those islands out there. Alright. And you want to stay off about a quarter mile. We'll do it off the right wing first, okay? Alright.
How small of a island do you want me to pick?
You can just pick that middle one right there. That's
Okay.
fine.
Alright. Yeah, we'll go out there and do that one.
Normally, then I'll pick the center of the island, a tree or whatever. And you keep your tower archery, where you keep your 10.5 mile wing kind of pointed. And with this maneuver, it's all about reading the winds. Today it's going to be very challenging. It's going to push us in on the other side, right? The trick to this maneuver is staying out far enough, and you're getting a little bit too close. So we're going to use that far island out there.
Alright, 25, clear land.
And we'll stay out. We want to stay out about this distance. You also want to stay about 1,000 feet above the ground, above the water in this case. That's going to keep you. It's easier to do because it's a lower angle towards the. On that side of the island will be flatter, and on this side of the island will be a little bit steeper in our turns.
Okay, so which one am I?
This one right here.
Doing this one, okay. So heading up this way. Now it's, I'm assuming it's different than on the Cessna where I use the strut.
You use the strut. This you just want to use the wingtip, okay? Well, on the Cessna really it should be a wingtip too, but a lot of times people have you kind of hold it around there, that strut. So.
Good Lord.
Now if the island gets way in front of you, then you pull up. If it starts to get behind the wing, you push down, okay? Alright. But if you stay out about a quarter mile, you won't have as much of that issue. You'll need to crab out a little bit, okay? Because you'll get pushed right into that island. So what I do is I crab out, then I'm right back on the island.
Alright, to the east, frequency change. 7222, go. Frequency change, please.
Don't do this stuff so steep, you're going to be right in on that island.
Good Lord, man.
Got to stay away from the island. Kind of like tag, you never want to get too close. Lighten yourself out a little bit, okay? Alright. Yeah, you kind of got blown into the island? Yeah. Now we're going to use that to our advantage on the other side to get out a little bit of the island.
That was fun.
You're spiraling inward. Get out a little bit, okay? Alright.
I don't know that I've ever done this with the wind on it. Maybe if you don't mind, can I see you do it right quick? Do you mind?
Oh yeah.
Let's start a runway departure.
Put me under the pressure.
Where's the there? Oh Lord have mercy. Alright, there's the island. And we're giving left rudder.
Just whatever I need to give it.
I
Just gonna keep it out, and I'm just trying to keep it kind of at the tip of the wing, maybe just slightly in front of it so I can see it.
Caution more operations left side of runway, midfield and departure half.
There's no set distance that you have to be away.
It's about a quarter to half a mile. Okay, see how it got in front of me? So at this point, watch me push forward. And that'll put me back into it. There we go. This is a really hard day to do it because of the winds.
Absolutely.
Now, so on this side, it's going to be pushing us towards the island. So I'm just going to give myself just a little bit more power, and I'm going to crab out a little bit. I'm going back into it. Wow, we're getting bumped bad. Alright, I'm seeing I'm getting pushed into it a little bit.
Exit ATV, monitor ground point.
So I'm back crabbed out, then I'm going back into it.
Yep.
Number 32115, French Tower, runway 25, clear to land. Caution more operations left.
Now, we're crabbed pretty good now. Still wanting to push me in.
28012, gust 18. Copy, clear to land on runway 25, departure 32115.
So it's getting a little bit behind me now, so I'm going to climb up, pull up. That's going to pull it back in front of me a little bit. Now I don't want to bleed off too much airspeed.
Right. Piece of cake, huh?
Piece of cake. Today is probably going to be the most challenging day you'll ever do it on. Once you pick something off your left wing, it's easier to do it off the side you're doing it on.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a boat dock, a house.
All right. See that church right there?
Yep. That'd be perfect.
All right.
You want to get out a little bit from it.
Yep. I can't see it from here. All right. There we go.
Pick a bigger church.
Yeah, I know. That's not going to work for me. Hey, what we'll use? See that island just right there? Okay. Blown into it.
Don't get too steep an angle, especially with the winds being as strong as they are, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, 115, what's your mark?
I'd rather you crab.
Archer 115, right on
Because
Nico.
what you're trying to show is that you can control your distance around the point.
Okay. All right. This is proving to be more challenging than I anticipated.
Yeah, it's a hard day to do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna use that big island just right there. Into it.
lot of crabbing, so you'll crab, kind of go back on it, crab. Now on Conde, this maneuver's almost a piece of cake. Rarely is it that you don't have any wind though. Yeah. Not bad. Why don't you go ahead and get us headed towards Lawrenceville.
Lefties.
Alright. We need to go.
Eastbound, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Just go ahead and set your compass up if you don't know where you are at.
See, here we are here.
Give me a turn to the south.
Yeah, I'm just turning that.
Fun, man. Just not real fun.
Yeah. I'm surprised I'm not sick.
If you ever start feeling sick on anything, let me know. It's
Real quick, right?
we can wait till another day to do something.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm fine.
Alright, go ahead and get your GPS set up.
Alright, okay, so. Nope. Big knob.
I got the controls.
Got 'em. Enter. There we go.
We have a few towers kind of over around this area. Just kind of keep an eye out and see the 3 that are sitting over there. There's 2 or 4.
Yep. Got me just at pattern altitude?
Yeah, just somewhere around there. We're only 13 miles out.
No, the only way I remembered this is I watched the video like 3 or 4 times and heard you say direct to, enter big knob, enter. You get airsick?
Yeah, I mean, I've got nauseated before and kind of dizzy a little bit. I've thrown up, sort of. Kind of, I've had to come up in my mouth before, which is
good.
gross, but I never spewed. I was with an instructor one time. We were getting bumped around like this, coming from Charlotte. Maybe bumped around even a little bit worse, I don't know. We just ate a bunch of barbecue, and he filled a bag like this, man.
Oh my.
And I threw that air in my face because I thought it was going to make me sick.
That would have, I mean, I've got the weakest stomach in the world. I would have been done. I would have been done for sure. Full stop, right?
Yep. And I'll probably be on the controls a little bit with you on this one.
Yeah, it's pretty tough out here.
Mike. Tower is information, Mike, time 1345 Zulu. Wind 290 at 8, gust 18, visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling broken 2000. Temperature 15, dew point 07, altimeter 29er, 89er. ILS runway 25 in use, advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Gwinnett Tower, Diamond 204, Mike Kilo, at
9 miles.
9 miles to the north, coming in for a full stop.
7204 Mike Kilo, Gwinnett Tower, report a 2-mile right base for runway 25.
2 mile right base, 204 Mike Kilo, thank you.
We'll just head right for the Publix warehouse, and that'll set us up on a good right base.
Alright, and that's over there, right?
Well, there's the field. It's that big white building.
Okay.
Pull it down a little bit for me. Start getting into turbulence. Pull back a little bit on the power. That'll kind of help stabilize us a little bit.
Okay.
On days like this, when it's bumpy, what you should do really is come in a little bit higher. And we got plenty of runway.
Yeah.
If we didn't, I mean, that'd be one thing. That way, if we get pushed down or pushed up, you know,
We got some to compensate for.
Yeah, we got some area to compensate versus if we're right there at the end of the runway and we get pushed down, all of a sudden, then we don't have any runway.
Right.
It's not. It's bumpy. It's not terrible. It's just staying ahead of the plane. Thank God, he's on the ground. He's gonna kill me, man. I know he's sweating it out coming in.
Not bad, man.
Well, it's pretty intimidating the first time you've flown by yourself and you start getting winds.
Oh yeah, I mean it's intimidating to me right now, to be honest with you.
He's in a heavier aircraft, though. That helps.
Okay.
This little white bird likes to get thrown around. Report, what he said, 2 mile, didn't he? I'd go ahead and report because we're about to turn final.
All right. Gwinnett Tower 204, Mike Kilo, 2 miles away on the north for a on base.
Tower 204 Mike Kilo, Gwinnett Tower, runway 25, clear to land. Coverage from over operations, left side of runway midfield.
Clear to land 25, 204 Mike Kilo, thank you. All right. Good.
So we want to come in at 65 knots, okay?
All right.
So we're going to pull out, keep the power to 18.
All right.
Pull in that white arc. Go ahead and pull your nose up. Get that white arc for me. Go ahead and turn it into final. We'll put the power at 15 because we're a little high, so we're going to lose some altitude. All right, I'm going to make our aiming point the 500 footers. So dashes right past the numbers, okay? Yep. So we'll come in a little bit further. We'll still make our taxiway when the winds are like this. That nose up a little bit. That also helps bleed off a little bit of the airspeed. Nose up a little bit. Here's that 65.
Right there.
Yep. And you're doing right. You got yourself crabbed into the wind. That's I feel pretty relatively stable right here.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of lined up with the runway. Let's use our rudder to keep our nose where we want it. That adds some power for me. Start easing that power out. There you go.
670, right now, runway 25, you're clear to land, winds 2808, gust 18, altimeter 2991.
Go ahead and pull that power out for me.
870, if you will, report the basis.
Go ahead and flare. We'll keep that nose kind of pointed. We're just going to straighten it out. No, don't pull back so hard. And get those flaps up, that'll help. Get that aileron, keep that aileron into the wind so it doesn't pick us back up.
Now for my kilo, right turn to the right, monitor ground.
Monitor ground, 240 kilo. Mike Kilo, thank you. Ready to pull that off yet.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Alright, fuel pump flaps up, fuel pump off. Bit of
I'd leave that fuel pump on.
Leave it on?
Yeah, because you're at low RPMs, you're liable to cut the engine out for cutting that fuel pump off.
Okay. Alright, we're ready to go.
I'm going to call my next guy and cancel the flight. That ain't no fun unless he just wants to go up above the clouds and do kind of what we did. Pretty much once the winds are gusting about 15 and these light aircraft, they just get real. Yeah, you can land and stuff, but you don't want to go out and do a bunch of landings because it just starts getting sketchy.
Yeah. It's a different animal when there's, to me at least.
Oh, this is totally, yeah, it's a lot different.
Different animal. I mean, it was docile for me Sunday.
That's why I'm always emphasizing use your rudders.
Oh boy.
You guys on a calm day, people get so used to using this, and you can do it on a calm day with very little rudder control. It's just you can pretty much but you're getting unstable, but you can get it in. On a day like this, you do that. You're exposing that wing.
Yeah, it'll just pick it up.
And you got that gusting factor. It'll be over on your side before you know it. I always want to keep that wing kind of like having a hurt arm. You want to shelter it. You always want to kind of keep it unexposed to that wind. I tell you what, times than not, I still feel like I'm fighting the weather around here.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get really pretty weather. Normally flying with you guys early, I get better weather, but I've been fighting either the clouds or the winds a lot.
Where do you want to take it?
We'll put it over back in the corner.
Put it around, alright.
You can just point the nose into it.
Okay.
Best way to do it is if you can kind of run the nose up into the space a little ways. That way all we have to do is turn.
Yeah.
Just go straight in. Point your nose towards that rope. That's good enough.
Make sure I check my checklist before I turn it off.
Well, it's pretty easy on this. It's just always white switches.
Key and master. You know, sometimes watching a lot of these videos can really mess you up.
Well, everybody has different ways of
Yeah,
doing things.
that's the problem, I guess.
And I like to eventually I'm going to send you off to somebody else. But and they'll do things a little different. But you can pick up things from other people that work for you, you know?